welcome back to my Country Craft Corner. How in the world are you guys doing today? It is so good to see you again, and thank you so much for stopping back by to see what I'm up to. And what I'm up to today is I'm going to be starting on my mantle. Now you'll probably see me dressed in a couple of different outfits here because I am still waiting for some accent pieces to come in from Amazon. So today, dressed like this, I'm going to just take down a few of these things and clean my mantle off and prepare it to redecorate. I may put a couple of accent pieces up here, but for now, I want to just get it cleaned off. I'm thinking I'm going to leave my navy blue bows here, if I'm honest. I really like these bows. And I'm going to gather out my cobalt vases that I used, and I'm going to see how they look with these. And if it pulls my eye too much, then I'll probably replace these with a couple of Patriotic bows. But if not, I really like the navy blue bows. So we'll see how it goes from here. I'm also going to be replacing the balls with some stars, I think. I'm just going to take the ball off and then put a star on. My plates will come down. My planters will come down, and then we'll fill in. I've got some firecrackers and I've got some other accent pieces. So I'm going to put myself probably into fast motion here as I collect some of the stuff down, but then I'm going to take you down or get you closer over here to show you how we hold this garland up. I'm not going to be, sorry about the light, I'm not going to be replacing. That's Chris downstairs. Sorry, he's sawing. If you can hear that in the background, I'm sorry. He's making those big bookshelves for our daughter and Dustin. Daughter Candace, the one who's pregnant, and Dustin. And that's what he's doing. He's down there sawing wood. But anyway, I want to show you how we hold our garland up on the mantle. And this is a good opportunity for me to do that when I have some of the stuff down. The angels will stay. The big chippy angels, they will stay, as will the clock and possibly the candle holders too. So let's get started, and I'm just going to start pulling stuff down from this mantle, and I'm going to go ahead and look at that gray hair. Isn't that pretty, you guys? I hardly put any spray on it today. Sorry. We're supposed to be opening back up on May 14th. I'm hoping that soon after that I can get my hair done, at least colored. I'm gonna let it grow a little bit, I think. I've decided I'm gonna let it grow, you know, maybe not as long as it used to be, but, you know, somewhere between really short and, you know, really long. Okay, not that you guys are worried about that in this video. All right, let's get started. Okay, that's all I want to remove right now. I'm going to wait for the candles. I'm not sure if I don't want to leave the candles like they are. I'm going to see how much room the firecrackers take up. So let me, well, wait, I'm going to clean first a little bit. I've got my Bona, that's what this is. And I have a rag. And I'm just going to wet my rag with the Bona. And I'm just going to dust a little bit. Okie dokie, here I am right at my mantle here, right on the left edge of it. Here's my angel here that I've moved out of the way so y'all can see this. See that command strip hook back there? There you go. And this metal piece and that metal piece is there. It's a piece of a coat hanger that Chris has folded into an inverted V and hooked the corner of it right in the hook. And he's pulled out one side and made a hook this way, and he's pulled it this way, and this bow is hanging on the other hook. And it's held on just by command strips. And the garland and then the bow are draped onto it. And then we have another one coming out here. I move this out of the way, wait a second. We have another one right there. And he made cut up another little coat hanger and put a loop on it there in the back, hooked it on, and that's what this swag part of the garland is held on to. And then he's got another one. Everywhere you see a swag point, he has another coat hanger and command strip, and then the same inverted V design over here. So that's how we hold our garland up, and those command strips have held in there for, let's see, we've been in here 6 years, it'll be 7, I think. Is that right? My goodness, 2013, yep, it'll be 7 years. Wow, boy, time flies. 7 years this fall that we've been in here. So I am going to replace my wreath with a Patriotic one, much like that, only it looks patriotic. So let me go collect a few things and I will be right back. Y'all remember these are the candlesticks that I got at home the other day. And I think I want to use these up here. Okay, and then I've got my firecrackers here. Star right in there, and let's do that on the other side too. Well, I don't know, I'm just playing right now. You know, I can see something I don't like already. The taller one. I think these got warped through the last year or something. They're wanting to sit crooked on me. I want the taller one beside because this is going to have a bouquet of flowers in it too. I very well might lift this up even a little bit more. See. This is a set of 2 dozen of these. I've got 2 sets of 3 dozen coming. Of course, I'll take them out of the plastic, but somehow I was thinking they would go in. You know? I might have to figure out something to put in the bottom of that. I would actually like them held up a little higher, you know? But there'll be more of them, so some way to kind of, you know, mix them up and make a pretty arrangement. Just with them though. I think that'll be pretty. Now I realize I'm kind of mixing some brighter reds with some burgundies, and that's okay with me. I've had command strips under here forever and ever. Since the first year we moved in here, I did Patriotic Decor. That's where this always hangs, on these 3 hooks, just like that. So we'll have to wait till those flowers come in, but it's gonna look something like that. What do you think so far, honey?
Very patriotic.
Very patriotic?
Very patient.
Thank you. That's what I'm going for. Now, the question is, what color candles do I want in there? And I don't think I want them real tall. And it's not pulling my eye with the navy blue bows. I like the navy blue bows. I like it more subtle. I am going to stick some red. I have some red roses left, and I'm going to stick some red in the garland. I don't think I'm going to worry about putting the black candlesticks back up. I like it without them. Okay, here I have, I'm going to put a blue star right there. And I'll probably glue dot it on because it won't want to stay there. And right over here. Then I have these little ladies. Let me see where I can fit these girls in here. I got the firecrackers and these little ladies from And That last year, or the Christmas tree shops. And you can see they are kind of a dark red. So they pair beautifully with both, you know? So let me see, maybe one here on each end. I've got 4. One has a little fancier kind of like apron type thing tied around her skirt, and one like her doesn't. So I think because she's a little bigger, I want her on the end. Not taller, but wider. And I think I'll put her right there. And do the same thing because, you know, I'm all about being symmetrical on this side. Sorry. I'm definitely going to have to glue dot these in here. Okay, let me see. I have a couple of those blue grungy little candles. Hang on, let me find 2 of those. Could either do these or white. I kind of like the blue though. I'll have to get back and look at it. So far, so good, y'all. Okay, let me see if I can get these stars on here to stay. Right back. Right there, glue dots. And you can always find a link for these in the description. And I'm just going to put 1 glue dot on each little bottom. This is just a candle ring that I made out of a piece of garland that matches the garland that's on there. Part of the garland that's on there. And there's one. So far, so good. The only thing that's pulling my eye are those blue candles. I might like white candles in there. And I don't know whether I have shorter white candles. Hang on, let me check. Gracious, these are ancient. I'm not sure whether these will be what I use, but just to show you guys the difference. Yeah, I like that a lot better. Yes, much better. Now I've got these 3 red roses, plus I have all those up there left over from where I was working on the island centerpiece, and I just want to add one, or it might be a couple. And with each little tuft here, just to pull in a little bit of red. Again, it doesn't have to be over the top, you know. Mine could be just one little bud. pull in a touch of the red. Oh, I like that. But that's basically it, you guys, until I get my florals in. And once they're in, then I'll come back and I will do those two vases, these two vases. And that'll probably do it for the mantle. And I'll have Chris, whenever he gets a chance, to put my wreath up. So hopefully I can get that stuff done, and then I'll come back and show you the finished product, you know, where I'll do the, you know, the vases on camera and whatnot. But I'm really happy with it. I think it looks super pretty. Just a touch of the Patriotic in our house here. I love it. All right, so I'm gonna put my black candlesticks away. I'm gonna put the two blue and white balls, the two blue and white plates, and the two garden, or the two planters, you know, away. And y'all probably won't see those again until January, because after this decor will come fall, and I have arrangements to put in the blue vases for the fall, and then it'll be Christmas and everything comes off of there except for the angels for Christmas. So anyway, all right, you guys, that's it for this one for right at this second. I'll be back when the flowers come in and I can finish up this video. All right, see you in a little bit. Bye. It'll be just like the snap of a finger for y'all. Hi guys, I'm back for just a second. I just realized that I really had not explained how I did this garland, and I'm still waiting for my florals to come in. Those are still stuck up in there. So, but I just realized, I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't tell them. So let me just explain that this is a combination. This is one piece of garland, and then you can see the blue with these kind of leafier green leaves. That is another garland. That garland came from Michael's last fall, and this greenery garland, which matches that, it looks like that, came from Hobby Lobby. And all I did was twist them together. I just twisted them together, and then I wrapped them in brown corded white lights. And I have them wrapped, you know, on the hooks. And then I've just made tufts of the florals, of blue and cream or white, and that one little red rose and blueberries. And I've got them tie wrapped together, and then I have them tie wrapped onto the garland in 3 different places at the 3 swag points. Well, the 2 swag points and right in the middle. Then these, what you see here, these are just picks. These are simply picks that I got from Michael's, I believe. Again, last fall. But I think they add just that little touch of something to the garland. I just haven't stuck in there. And then on the ends, these are 2 different picks, and you can see the big stem there from Hobby Lobby. And I've had these up here since, well, I had them up at the end of the summer last year, and then I put them back up after Christmas. So my bow needs a little help there. But anyway, that's how I did that garland. So I wanted to be sure to tell you how I did that, so that I wasn't being rude with not telling you. Anyway, I'm loving how it looks so far, so I'll be back to finish. All right. Hey y'all, I'm back, and it is a different day. As you can see, I'm dressed differently today. And I'm here to finish up the mantle. And I have taken my vases back down off of the mantle, and I have my 3 dozen each package of the red, white, and blue roses, wooden roses that I got from Amazon. I'll give you a link below. Got 2 packages of these. And I'm gonna try to make up a couple of flower arrangements. Actually, I would really like them put in just as they've come like that. I'll take the packaging off of it. And I do not want to use any of the oasis or any of that kind of stuff in the vase, because the vase is too deep. Also, you can see through it. You can see through it. And I don't have a way to extend my stems right here. You know, I know that there's a way to do it, and I don't have a way to do that. And really don't want to use floral tape and do all the stems and all that. So we're going to see what I can come up with. So I've got my 2 vases and my 2 bouquets kind of roses sitting here. But the first thing I want to do Chris brought up my wreath that I had hanging up on the mirror last year. I made this last year, and look at this. It turned out beautifully. Very, very old wreath. Let me bring you a little closer here for just a second. I can give you a link where I did this wreath, but just to explain, this was a very old wreath that I've had for years, that it was just a burlap wreath. This is a very large wreath. I'll measure for you. I'm thinking it measures about 33, 34 inches wide, maybe more than that. I don't even know whether I can measure it. It's so big. Hang on. Yeah, it's about 34 inches wide. And as I said, I used the regular burlap color wreath for other things that I had put all around this house. This was hanging on the back of the front door at one point. It was hanging on the back of the garage door at one point. And I had it hanging downstairs. I was like, what could I do with this? This is something I could do with my, to make a patriotic wreath up. So I had some cream burlap. Unfortunately, you guys, I cannot give you a link for the cream burlap. These were rolls of burlap that I got from burlapfabric.com or something like that. If any of you find this, please let me know. In the sheet, in the rolls, this was like 14 inches wide, I think. I would like them to be 20 inches. So if any of you ever come across this, please do let me know here on YouTube or in my Facebook group. I would love to get some more of this cream burlap. But what I did to bump up this wreath, or to make it for the patriotic, is I put 2 rows of the cream burlap on. I had bought this originally to make Stacy that pretty wreath that I made with the cross and everything for Easter. Anyway, so I put 2 rows of this on. I also had Chris, I made, this is a hanger, to go up on top of the mirror, up around the top. I don't know, Chris has something back there that he attaches this to, and it hangs. So the wreath will hang in the center of the mirror, just like my big wreath up there is right now. Let me turn you around and slowly. You can see that wreath there. It's going to take that wreath's place. So that's how I made this wreath, and then I just made a spray like I always do for my wreaths. So, and then I had this blue star left over too. I robbed Peter again to pay Paul to make this wreath last year. Of course, I added the roses, added some red berries, and made a few long tails. So what I want to do here for a second is kind of fluff up this wreath just a little bit, although it's looking pretty good. Really, it's just been sitting down in the basement. And y'all ask me how we store our wreaths. This has been sitting down in the basement, sitting up on top the patriotic bins. We didn't hang it up. It's just been sitting down there. You can see it's not dusty at all. Wasn't dusty. It hung up there all last summer. Wasn't dusty when we brought it down. It's in great shape. So I'm going to reuse this. Most definitely. Why in the world not? What a statement this thing will make, So let me turn it to me just a second. And, oops, sorry. It really is, doing pretty well. It looks good. I don't even have to fluff it at all. Alrighty. Huh. You should see when Chris gets up on those big ladders. I'm like, okay, how's it look? And I'll say, okay, it needs to be pushed in here. He said, what? He'll say, what? I said, it needs to be pushed in there. Where? Here? No, there. Where's there? You should hear us. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see here. Okay. Now, let's see. Here's my 2 vases. And here are my 2 tufts. I went out in the garage to see if I had anything that would mimic this. I do not. I do not have anything, y'all. And I did Hobby Lobby is back open in my area, but they're only letting 10 in at a time. By the time you guys see this, actually they might have lifted our restrictions. Let me think, when will this go up? No, this will go up on Tuesday. This Friday, when you're looking at this, they're going to be supposedly opening up our state so that, you know, and they're going to be making it so that more than 10 can go into a store at one time. But right now, we're social distancing and only 10 can go in. And every time I go by Hobby Lobby, there were even ladies sitting out in their lounge chairs. They had taken, like, you know, like you take to soccer games and stuff when your kids are little. You know, they were sitting out there in their chairs, just waiting for Hobby Lobby to open. Anyway, here is the 3 dozen roses. And I really, let's see what I can do here. I am not sure if I'm going to be able to get this to work out the way I want. Well, I think I'm going to have to put a piece of the Oasis stuff in, you guys. That's the only way I know that I'm going to be able to do this. Be right back. Well, for goodness sakes, you guys, I had turned off my camera when I went outside and I forgot to turn it back on. Anyway, I went out and got some of that Oasis stuff, and I literally had 1 block of it left. That's all I have left in the house. And I cut it into about thirds. And I just stuck a piece down in the very top. And you can see it a smidge, but hopefully it will be camouflaged once it's back up on my mantle. And I am just starting out this flower arrangement here. And I'm going to finish it up, but I'm going to go ahead, and since I forgot to turn my camera back on, let me go over here and I'm going to start this one and get it to about this point, and then we'll fill in and see where I can go from there. But I put you know, as you saw, I couldn't put the whole bouquet down in one fell swoop. It just wasn't working, you know? So let me get started on this one over here, and I'll show you how I've done this. Again, you guys, I am not a professional. I say this all the time, a professional florist. And I can't have it very wide this way. I need it to kind of go up and be full and just right in the top. So that's why I'm not taking these out any further. So I've taken that apart, and let me see. I started by putting this piece of white in, and I wish I had more of stuff like this, but this is called I'm in isolation and can't get really into any stores, you know? So I'm just going to start building kind of like I did over there in this one, and we'll go from there. We're just going to build us a couple of flower arrangements. What I'm hoping is when fall comes around that I can lift these or pry these back out of here and save them. We'll see if that works out. Oops. I'm making this a lot harder than I thought it would be, but on this side over here. But you know what? I have a vision in my head of how I want it to be, and I wasn't bringing it to fruition the other way, so I had to had to figure out a way. There's a will. There is usually a way, huh? Okay. I know, I'm being so quiet, you guys. Okay, here's one. And again, I don't want it wide. I want it to be pretty much straight up and down. And I think that is gonna work out to be pretty. I may need to tweak it once I get it up there. But I think I'm liking this very much. Okay, let me see if I can get this one to kind of match. Looking pretty good. All right, I think that is gonna do it, you guys. I like them very, very, very much. And as you can see, they pair beautifully with the wreath and the blue and the wreath. And I think the blue and the bows is gonna be just fine because I also Okie dokie, here I am over here at the mantle. So let me go and get my flower arrangements and we'll put them into place. And I'll see if I need to switch those firecrackers, you know, flip-flop them. I'll be right back. Let me get the vases. You know, I can tell already, I think I'm gonna wanna switch the firecrackers. And y'all see why I did that? Because to my eye, I don't want two tall things sitting together in the decor. And I want this turned, see the flower arrangement, I want it turned a little bit this way too. I have to get back from it and look at it. I like that better. I like the taller firecracker on the outside with the big vase in the middle, okay? And then I want my doll back up here. And I can't see that oasis stuff through there, so I think we're gonna be okay. Let me get the other vase up here. Alrighty, I'm gonna quit fooling with them right now. I'll probably get up and fool with them all the time, but I'm gonna quit touching them right now. Yeah, okay, really and truly I am. Oh my goodness. Alrighty, I think that'll do it. All right, so let me go into some final words here, and you can see that Chris will put the wreath up there, and it will pull it all together here. Let me go ahead and do some final words while I'm looking at you here. I am super happy with how this worked out, y'all. Honest to goodness, it's turned out to be really pretty, and it's a little different from last year. It's a little different with this. I have the garland is a little bumped up from last year. I have the more subtle bows on here, which I really like and pair beautifully with the cobalt. That looks beautiful together. And then with my two blue vases that I got at a secondhand store over in Culpeper, Virginia, added in with the firecrackers and the little patriotic figurines. It's turning out really cute, Yay. I love Patriotic. Patriotic is, well, I always say this about all of my decor, don't I? But Patriotic truly is one of my favorites. So, but anyway, while I'm sitting here looking at you, I'll come back with one last video once Chris gets the wreath up there and in place. And I'll come back and show you the whole thing from the mantle up. Anyway, we still have the hearth to do, so. But anyway, thank you all so much for stopping in here to visit with me today. I'm sorry this was a little bit of a discombobulated video. I've been working in dribs and drabs here, waiting for, these wooden roses to come in from Amazon. I appreciate you sticking with me here and being patient with my, kind of disjointed video here. I realize that it has been. So anyway, let me just say, for those of you who may be struggling or suffering with a catastrophic illness or chronic pain, I hope that you have someone there with you, taking care of you, helping you get through each day, making the very, very best out of each day. I hope there's nothing weighing on your minds or your hearts, pulling your attention away from where you want it to be or from where it should be. I love y'all to bits, to bits, to bits, hugs all around. And I keep you in my thoughts and my prayers every single day. With all that said, I'll just say, until next time, y'all take good care. Bye-bye.